We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred.
With Maxwell Silverhammer.
We are nothing sacred. With cruise control. We are nothing sacred.
Oh, yes, bitches.
Oh, yes.
It's that time
of the month.
Yes.
And quite a coincidence with a female on. It's
Hey.
nothing.
Hello.
Sacred, drunken, sacred.
Drunken,
I am
sacred.
Cruise Control.
I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
I am Koala.
And we're having this little different dynamic this evening, as it's a 2/3 drunken sacred.
Yeah, you're not drinking tonight, huh?
I'm technically drinking. I'm drinking water.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I am inhaling as well, so that's something you can definitely count on me doing.
Well, let's hear what everyone else is. Let's see. Well, I'm having a steel sandwich.
Oh shit! Steel reserve.
Which, if you don't know what a steel sandwich is,
see, now you're making me jealous.
it's where we get what we would do. This is a Cruise Control and I special, and we get two 24 ounces of steel reserve, and a 24 of like Bud Light or something. And so that's what I'm drinking right now. I'm doing the steel sandwich. What are you having there, Koala?
I'm going with a little something.
Oh, nice.
You know, got to do my little, traditional.
Traditional.
I have not heard of the steel sandwich. That is impressive.
Here's the interesting part about the steel sandwich, and you might not know. You might think, oh, it's malt liquor. Oh, it's so much stronger. Steel Reserve is a malt liquor. It's 8.1% alcohol. Your little somethings is 7.5.
Ooh.
So you're rolling pretty hard. You're rolling just about as hard. So don't feel like you're just drinking better like
better quality.
The quality,
yeah, you're drinking beer that doesn't taste like someone barfed in someone's butthole and then pissed it out.
So wait, why is it then that malt liquor? I've been out. I've been out to dinner. Okay.
Oh, so you had a few drinks prior too, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you're prepped.
But why is it that malt liquor punches you in the face? Like, what is?
I don't know.
What is that? Why does it do it? Because it doesn't have a higher alcohol content. Is it the compilation of? I just don't understand it.
That's a very good question.
Couldn't answer that question. I just know it fucks you up. That's all I know.
But what I do know is that, as usual, Maxwell needs some therapy. He's got some stuff he needs to get off.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? Since let's be gentlemen here. Maybe ladies first, because since we always talk about our shit.
So, Koala, if you got something,
if you got anything going on, why don't you give it to anything crazy, any irks or anything you want to talk about?
Well, no, I just had one irk.
Or
but
anything else? Observations?
Yeah, just I just have to point this out. Okay, so I have in my private office, when you don't show up, you pay for your appointment.
Okay.
So I just got a text about 10 minutes ago that someone who didn't show up for a 90-minute appointment yesterday in my other office, they get to have a half price charge. I'm not cool with that.
So wait a minute. They didn't show up yesterday, and then today they're getting a half price?
Well, I had them charged for the full thing. And they said, well, is there any way that there's a late cancellation fee rather than paying for the full appointment? Now, in my private business, you either show up or you don't. And if I graciously say, oh, I understand why you didn't show up, I don't charge you, or I charge you the full thing. I don't go half-ass. And so I'm a little pissed off that my boss went half-ass on this, because they basically were going to have to reverse the charge, and then he gets charged half and then I get half the commission.
Wow.
So I'm not happy about that.
So he caved a little bit, huh?
He caved big time.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
And apparently there's a policy about that, about late cancellations, that they only have a certain fee. And I think that's bullshit. I think if you don't show up, you either have a really good reason And then I judge that as, okay, yes, that's a good reason. Or you don't get a half fee, because what I think it does is I think it encourages people to have less respect for the appointment, and they're more likely to late cancel.
Right. Because they figure, okay, I'll just pay the $30 or whatever the fuck it is.
Well, like it's like with the hotel. Hotels normally have a cancellation window where you have 48 hours beforehand where you can cancel. Unless you have, like you said, can give a specific reason why, then they're not going to give you any money back because that space is reserved. In other words, that space could have been reserved for someone else who went there and paid the full price.
And it could have been.
Yes, but they didn't. But it wasn't, and they didn't show up, and therefore they only get half. They have to pay half. And does that affect you as well, in terms of your?
Yeah, because I'm working on commission, and I had 2 people wanting that space.
So you lost business in the process,
because you're working on commission, and they make that decision for you whether to. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
if you're working on commission, you can have that time spilled.
Who's drinking?
Just are filling on murking dirt.
Right.
Nice.
Exactly.
That's what I say.
That's ridiculous. So I mean, really, if you think about it, it's like, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. Because it's hurting you. And think, no, it's not. You're getting half the money. But if you have a full patient there who actually comes and pays the full price, you're getting your full commission.
Right.
Well, and the other part of it that I'm going to talk to them about is I brought this guy into your company. So this is not someone you brought to me. This is someone that came because they want what I do. They didn't come for you. They came because they want what I do, and specifically. And no, I should be able to make that call, or you should at least ask me, how do you feel about it? I don't like that was a decision made at the top without my
and it affected you. Funny enough, you were the affected one,
Well,
so
right.
And you weren't even part of the decision. Like they didn't even consult with you and say, hey, here's what we want to do. Is this gonna, not that they, I mean, obviously they're your boss, they're over you, but it's just kind of a respect thing, I would think.
It's a big time respect thing. And I do most of the income that they have coming from massage and manual therapy. So I really need to be respected more. So I'm going to have a talk.
And here's the problem with that. It's not like you have a problem having the talk, but you do have a problem. It's like, God damn it, why do I have to have this talk?
Right.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
exactly. Exactly. I shouldn't have to.
You have to have this stupid talk with you people. You should just,
Yeah.
What they're doing is they're trying to get money out. They're trying to get as much anything out of it, as they can. Then no, they should.
I think what it is they're not. They weren't in the office. They have a business consultation they had to go to, so they're actually out of town for that. So I think it was more of a I think it was how the message was relayed to them. I'm going to give them a bit of a break, but they should at least text me or call me and say, hey, what do you think? And that's where I'm going to go.
Well, I would
always
say,
ask me.
Yeah, I would say have a meeting of the minds. You should at least,
because just always ask me, because reasonably, and this is actually true, if I leave, you're fucked.
Because now they don't have a massage person, right?
And that's the problem with corps. They always try to squeeze you, even if your contract, like, well, we can.
Yeah, it's the paper plate mentality. Well, you're useful as long as you're useful.
It's like, but that's the trade-off for not actually being completely on your own business. Doing your own. So because like the trade-off is like you don't have to deal with a bunch of shit. You probably them handle a bunch of shit that you would normally handle, like if you were doing a completely like your own business.
Mm-hmm.
But the trade-off is they can say shit like this. And, all right, we just told them to give us half.
Yeah, we were doing the politically correct thing.
Yeah, but they don't normally do that. So I think I just have to. Just have to have the conversation and just say, look, you know who brings in most of your income, so you don't want to fuck with me.
And you're going to say it exactly that way too. I know you will. You're going to be exactly that diplomatic.
Yep. Just going to go in there and just let them know, like, hey, motherfuckers.
Hey, fuckers.
If I leave, you're fucked. You understand that, don't you?
Say it literally like, yeah.
Listen, motherfucker, sit down.
I've got this contract here. Here's the first line. We, the company, realized that we would be fucked without Koala in honor of employment. Therefore, we shall never try to piss her off again, or we'll get her fist rammed up our collective corporate asshole.
I think
You
that's
could write
a good
that
one.
up.
That's a
Write
good.
it
That's,
up.
a good that's the new.
It's the new contract,
New
and then they're gonna
contract.
have to go with it.
Yep, exactly. It's a like a
Use
hostile takeover.
Use this scalpel to prick your finger and sign in the blood of your
Mhm.
ancestors.
Although I think it's better to better to finger your prick or prick your finger? I don't know.
Depends on what time of the day it is.
Well,
and
I
how
don't
lonely
have.
you are.
Yeah, I don't have a prick, so I'm gonna just say, that's very. I feel very gender biased.
Oh
no!
Yeah.
Oh man,
You were triggered.
you're triggered.
I was.
Holy shit.
I was. I mean,
By the way,
and I'm really upset because I'm already upset.
I'm sure you can find a prick somewhere.
Well, actually, you're talking to two of them right now, but
Oh, hey, don't speak for yourself, man. Actually, I am a prick.
Well, speaking of some
I've-
liberal
I've-
bullshit, this was kind of one of my irks. Is you can't. And by the way, if you guys hear me sniffing and snorting a little bit, I got a little sinus infection or some shit.
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
sure.
Yeah.
What is a snort? It's snorting sacred, dude. We know what you're doing.
I'm doing some rails over it.
A steel sandwich and some coke, man.
Well, here's the thing. I like your response better because other people, like I went to lunch with my mom today and I told her that I made the mistake of telling her,
Yeah.
oh yeah, mom, I got a little sinus infection. She goes, I hope you didn't catch COVID while you're in Oregon. I'm like, oh,
You got
God.
COVID. Yeah, you got it.
I got COVID. Everybody's got, you can't even tell somebody that you're feeling
It's
sick.
stupid. It's the dumbest shit ever. It's like the world has gone batshit, man. I'm serious.
Totally.
I was thinking about that today.
Totally.
Well, then that's how I got so sick from strep, because they wouldn't listen. I mean, I ended up with a 2-week illness that should have been a 3-day illness.
Was it the strep that you got?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because they wouldn't listen to me and they kept testing me for COVID. They would not do a culture. I could have been a little more forceful for sure. But then by the time they caught it, I had to take such strong antibiotics. And I have a very delicate system. I don't take medications. So I had to take such strong penicillin that made me sicker.
Oh, wow.
So and then that made me sick. And they kept looking at COVID. I'm like, no, it's the antibiotics.
So instead of diagnosing what you really had, they kept checking for COVID. It's like COVID, get those numbers up.
Yeah.
Well, I think it also another thing about it is like people are so scared of it, but the symptoms at this point are just like a fucking.
It's a cold.
Yeah.
It's not gonna kill you. I mean, some people, if you're
it never was going to kill you. It was all 0.02% of the population that died.
If the flu is going to kill you, COVID is going to kill you.
And it kills fat and out of shape people who didn't take care.
Yeah,
of
if you're
their
300
bodies,
pounds
eat
and
well.
95 years old,
or my dad who had pulmonary disease, if he would have caught it, it would have sped up his death. It would have certainly done that. But people who are compromised can't get the flu. They can't because they can't get pneumonia. I mean, it's just.
Well, here's the thing.
It's no different.
None of us are compromised. Like even if I did catch COVID, I'm gonna feel like shit for a few days. Then it's gonna be, oh yeah, okay, back to work, back to life. So nothing super. Oh,
so
man.
my 80-year-old mother caught COVID a few weeks ago, and my sister caught it. And guess which one of them had it worse? My sister, because she's toxic, because she's obese, she's bipolar, she has all manner of health issues. My mom's taking care of her.
Which one?
I mean,
I don't want to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt, but which one? Either one get the old vaccination? Or do they both?
Did they either get vexed? Any of them?
My sister.
Oh, interesting.
Exactly.
Wow.
We're finding that the boosters are making them so much worse.
I mean, look at our president and his wife. They had 2 each or 4. They had 4, I think.
4 boosters.
They both got it. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
That's what they claim. Well, that's what they
policies?
claim. They showed them on. They should have had the press conference and stuff, but they probably didn't even get. They're probably like, I'm not getting that shit. Just tell everybody that we got
Just say we had 4 boosters.
I'm not telling them to put that.
Well,
shit
Joe
in my
Biden,
body.
he's so stupid. He probably doesn't even remember. He's like, hey, man, I got 4 boosters. Yeah, that's it. 4. Yeah.
Well, no,
I bet they didn't get any
so
of them.
many. We're finding so many. We're finding palsies. We're finding spine pain, unexplained, all kinds of shit from the boosters. Now, we can't say medically that it's a thing, but it's interesting that they're showing up.
Yeah,
that's a problem. Yeah. It's unfalsifiable. Like when people go, God, I'm so glad I took the.
Yeah, but people still catch COVID with the fucking vax.
So glad I took the vaccine because my symptoms would have been much worse.
Much worse.
And it's like you can't know that. It's unprovable. It's called unfalsifiable.
Well, here's the thing.
You can't prove it.
Prior to me getting ejacinated, I didn't get shit. Remember I was bragging the whole time and caught shit this whole time, man. All of a sudden, I get ejacinated, and then now all of a sudden, I've had like 3 colds. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay,
yep.
Yeah,
yep.
So
yep. No, it's serious, and the thing is that a lot of the people that are getting COVID after being boosted, they're getting it again, and they're getting it worse.
Oh, it's making it worse
than they had it. Yeah. So, I mean, that's just my own little tirade. I haven't had it. I think I had it before the pandemic actually happened, because I had like that weird thing that, weird cold that didn't go away for 7 days, which for me, I can usually kick a cold in the ass
within 3 days or something. Yeah.
Well, I'm good. I'm like, I take my hot toddy. I'm good in a day. And I had that one before.
Hot toddy is that let's see, tea, lemon juice, and
it's Bushmills. Yeah, it's Bushmills, lemon juice, and honey and water.
And what? Yeah, so
that's good.
Honey. Oh, water. You don't use tea. You can use tea too.
Nope. I just knock my ass out, and then I sleep, and then I'm better, and I'm usually better in a day. So that one cold took me a long time to just feel energetic, and the cough didn't go away. So that's the only thing I can say. But I've been around. I mean, I haven't caught shit.
Yeah.
Well, and I've been around people, I'm intimately around people, like in their faces, working on their necks, like
Yeah, you're touching them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't caught shit.
Yeah. I mean, fingers and some pricks. I mean, no.
Well, yeah. That's the different.
That's
the higher end.
That's
the high end clients.
Clients.
That's after hours.
Love you wrong time.
That's the different massage parlor you go to later on the day to make an extra buck.
Right.
Well, that's where you could catch the COVID, being Asian, being around the Asians.
Well, when I dress Asian, yes.
There you go.
When I dress Asian, I could catch it. Yes.
So anyway, where were we? I don't know where we were.
Well, just I mean, it's this whole thing of this fear bullshit where everybody's going, oh, you can't even tell somebody you have a cold anymore without them flipping out, going, "You gonna have COVID? Oh my god!" And then my mom's asking me my symptoms, and I'm like, and I kind of lied. I just said, oh, just a little sinus shit, She's like, any headache? I'm like, well, of course I have a sinus headache, but I'm not going to say it. I'm like, nope, no headache, Mom. Nope.
It's stupid, because here's the thing about people that don't understand about, well, not just COVID, but I mean, there's a number of reasons why this happened. Let me guess. You start getting this about right when you got back from Oregon?
No, actually, I got it yesterday. I was at a speaking event. And I noticed my throat felt a little bit scratchy, but I was like, oh, okay, well,
oh, God.
And then, as the day went on, I was having, I was like, damn, this is kind of bothering me a little bit. I was getting to the bothersome point. And then this morning when I woke up, I just kind of had that, oh, God, where the sinus is dripping and, and you feel kind of achy. And
well, the air quality is kind of shit right now. So. Yeah. I know in California, at least it is. And sometimes things take a little bit of time too, when you're traveling, when you get back, it doesn't always happen the next day.
Yeah.
It can be a bit of residuals of having the dry nasals.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, that the climate change is massive here.
I don't think it had anything to do with Oregon though. I'm not really even connecting it with Oregon.
Oh, you've got COVID.
Dude,
Oh, you're
you
right.
got-
I caught COVID in Oregon.
You got the
I kissed a
man.
liberal. That's what happened.
You got the feet.
No, you know what happened? I drank from Joe Biden's adult diaper. That's what
Oh,
happened.
oh,
Wow,
God.
that's lovely.
I was, something. But the problem is, the reason my throat was scratchy is I was choking on one of the solid pieces that had corn in it. So,
Mhm.
Okay. What else did you want to talk about?
It's called Chef Biden E.
Oh God!
Thank goodness for Chef
Chef
Biden
Biden
E.
E.
See, we're old enough to remember that. Matter of fact, let me go on to something a little bit. I got this. We'll go back and forth this, man. 'Cause you got
Okay,
one. So
sounds good.
I was watching this thing, Professor of Rock today, and he had the top 10 1980. And I think we talked about this before, but we had the top 10 1985 song, like a song from the same week this year of 1985, dude.
Okay.
First of all, the actual chart was incredible. Like they had Never Surrender.
Corey Hart, yeah.
Corey Hart. They had it was number one was Power of Love. They had Shout on there.
Oh wow.
There was just all these songs that just are just songs now that like there's no one's gonna go 25, 30 years from now or 40 years from now and go, dude, the songs of 2022.
Oh, dude, fucking Nicki Minaj. That Nicki Minaj song was the bomb, yo.
Well, it just made me think about it because I was thinking about this the whole time. Like, I think the reason why is because we weren't in a mass psychosis then. I believe our society is in mass psychosis because of the internet. And I'm not talking about, I believe everyone else. I believe that I am definitely having. We're all affected by it.
We're all we're affected in some way.
Well, you can't get away from it. In other words, there's no way of getting away from society, and it's reflected in our music and our culture, and just in the way like we're just surrounded by stuff. All of us are connected now. In the 80s, like the 80s were a better time. I don't give a shit. I'm not talking the 1950s. No, I'm talking about psychologically for us as people.
That's
we don't know
true.
What the hell we're doing with this technology?
Right. Yeah. No, you're right. Because everything was good.
And we're all connected now. We can find out anything going on anytime in the world at any time. Like we know when fucking Kim Kardashian sharts in her pants because oh my God, she had a white dress on and a big bloom of fucking brown blossomed on the back of her pants. Well, what are we gonna do? Like a fucking dookie drop from her fucking dress and onto the floor of the fucking Oscars. But whatever. Or even
and then Joe Biden came in and they joined diapers or something.
Yeah. Kim Kardashian bought Chef Biden E for $5 billion. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, but also the thing is that we also don't
Having a cup and show.
Yeah. All right, I totally got derailed. Never mind.
A cup of Joe. Nice.
It's disgusting.
Well, you knew what you were getting into.
I'm just
that's
stretching
why
my
she got
hamstrings now.
That's
I'm
why
just
she
like,
got
okay,
the strong beer.
I got to do a stretch.
Why do you think I was like tempted to drink before? I'm like, I got to drink before this, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be strong. No, but that is, it's true though. It's like it's like we're all connected, but we're not connected. We're more lonely than ever. And like in the 80s, it seemed like we were all like things are just bigger then. Things are because like let's say Michael Jackson. There will never be another Elvis or Michael Jackson because we're saturated with like these YouTube freaking celebrities and these mini like people think that what's his name Larry Styles. What's it? Harry Styles? You know who that is?
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Oh yeah.
They think that someone claimed that he's the new king of pop. Now
I don't even know who that is. Harry Styles.
My point, dude. Everyone knows Michael Jackson, and even people who are 12 know who Elvis is. Do you think people who are 12 in 2007 are going to know who Harry Styles is?
No,
really?
No.
No.
You say Harry Styles,
I'm not trying to be nothing against him, but Elvis was literally a phenomenon. Like literally anybody. Michael Jackson. I don't care who you were in 1985. Michael Jackson was literally like this fucking. People were passing out around him. People are passing out over Harry Styles.
Well, that's the thing.
Maybe
if
they
you
are.
say his name to anyone,
and nothing against him. Nothing against any of the new artists.
No,
even Bruno Mars, who's really talented. I think Bruno Mars is extremely talented.
Oh, Bruno Mars is
going to
great.
be even remotely close to a Michael Jackson.
He might be remembered later, but I don't think so, because
he'll be remembered later, but not like, shit.
Well, and because of what you're saying, because there's so much out there that they can click on. So even if they do remember Bruno Mars, Harry Styles, when you get into the attention span of the younger generations, they don't have it.
That's true.
So there's not going to be that, oh my God, I first saw the Michael Jackson Thriller video, blah, 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 in 1982 or whatever it was. And it made a mark on me. No, you're going to go, oh, yeah, Harry Styles is awesome. And then I got this and this, 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 and this. And then we got this and this and this and this. And so it's so much clutter into our minds that we don't remember the huge milestones.
So much. There's so much music. There's so many movies. There's so many YouTube channels. There's so many people distractions. There's so many TV shows. And then, like, the quality of everything sucks now because there's so much like streaming ruined music in a lot of ways.
Oh, totally.
And it also, I mean, it made music better in a lot of ways and more convenient. And in some ways, it didn't ruin music, but it ruined the mystique of music. Like the way you used to get a fucking CD and go, oh, God, dude, just hope this is good. Like, we used to hope. Because we used to hear one song in the CD and go, God, we're getting CD. And if it sucked, dude, remember all those times? Dude,
but you have that song that you love.
Performing.
No, but it was still, like, we remember those times, like, Max, where we'd be like, dude, we got the CD. And we'd be like, man, this sucks. There's only one good song on it. You're paying $15 for the damn thing.
Right.
Well, and the performing, aspect of it. That's why you can't make money as a performer unless you're picked up by a record company and you're going to be their new little darling. You are not going to make money. And that's the hard thing. That's why I quit. Because I used to sing and I used to do it and I made pretty good money, but I realized for the amount of time that I'm spending doing late loadouts, and then going to work in the morning and all this stuff. There just weren't the venues like there were back in the, in the 40s and 50s and 60s and stuff. You could be a chanteuse. You could put on a beautiful gown and you could go and you can entertain and that's what you could do. You would be in a club.
Yeah.
And that's what you would be.
Well, people they're not putting out albums either anymore now. It's just a single, singles and shit.
Well, they put out albums, but they don't mean anything. Like they don't have, they're basically albums or compilations of singles now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. And this is the band that they're my favorite new band. Because I still think there's good new music out there. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, there is.
There's no good music. I'm just saying, though, as a whole, the top 10 is the same auto-tune crap. But my point is,
exactly.
This band Camino, they have a new album out that came out in September of last year. But their first four singles came out before that. So they had 4 songs from the album come out before the album.
The album even dropped, huh?
That never happened in the past. The album came out and singles came off the album because they wanted you to buy the album.
Right.
And they were all like, these albums used to have themes and and it just a lot of different things. But it was just like this whole idea of things that were bigger. I mean, when Back to the Future came out, holy shit!
Oh yeah, that was a phenomenon.
That was a phenomenon, man. Yep. The whole year was Back to the Future, or Goonies that year. Goonies. There's not going to be. When was the last time you saw a movie like? Do you think any kid is going, "Oh man, I saw the new Disney movie and it made me so crazy"? Like, I mean, I'm sure there's a couple.
No, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, but it's not popping like it used to be.
The imagination, like first, like Little Mermaid. When Little Mermaid came out, Jesus God, I was like 14. I'm like, this movie, what the fuck? Or Aladdin,
or Toy Story, or
Lion King was just massive.
Right, Lion King, Toy Story.
They made a musical out of it. I mean, it got huge.
Well, but I mean, I'm just talking about the culturally that at that time. Like now a movie comes out, it's like, and then a week later it's gone. We're talking like Lion King was big like for a year or 3 years after it came out. I remember when it came out on video, it was like a big deal, like. So just like it's the same thing with music. Same thing with movies. It's just like we have this no appreciation for. I mean, our art sucks too. Maybe it's because the quality of it all is just shit.
It's so available. No, it's so available. It's that we don't have to wait for it. It's right there. We can grab it. It's so available. We don't appreciate it. That's what it is.
Interesting. Yeah, just because and the quality's suffered too, I think. You
Sure.
just don't have good shit. I remember, Ghetto Boys are coming out with a new album next week, and you were pumped up for it.
You have to go get it.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh God, you the day of too.
You have to go walk. You'd walk freaking like. How long was that walk, dude? From your
up
house
to Tower Records?
Yeah, not the Tower. You would go to Warehouse.
Actually, well, it depends. We used to go to Odyssey. We had a bunch of different record stores. Or there was a time when Henry and we got on the back of his moped and rode to Odyssey Records at midnight to go pick up whatever was popping. So
but I mean, you go there, or Tower Records or the other one downtown.
Odyssey.
Odyssey, yeah. But that you used to go down there a lot though.
Yeah. So we go to Odyssey, we go to WoW, we'd go to,
But that would take you like if you just walk there, it'd take you, and you would walk there. So here's this shit, man, you fucking crazy bastards.
We never walked to Odyssey. We rode the moped though. We did ride the moped.
And that's how long that'd take you.
Oh, that was like maybe a 10-15 minute ride, probably.
On the moped.
Yeah,
Jesus
riding on the back of the moped.
I'm riding on the back of the moped.
Oh my God.
A blind dude and a black dude.
My dick's lodged in his ass as I'm riding behind him, and we're going.
Well, as long as that was happening, okay.
That's good to admit that. Just gonna let you know.
But that's times are changing, man. That's all I gotta say. Oh, I got an update for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and I've talked to both of you about this situation. About the girl that's into me.
Oh, happy Friday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you checked about my Friday.
It's Saturday, but
I know, but I'm glad you were checking about my Friday.
I really just care so much about how your week is. I neglected to say happy Friday yesterday.
Oh my God.
And I feel bad about it.
Well, how about happy Saturday?
Really concerned about your week.
Well, happy Saturday too.
Okay, thank you, because you're concerned about my week.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I definitely.
What the hell is that about?
I don't think I told you. Well, she would send me all these texts all the time, and she'd say like, oh, happy Wednesday. Hope your week's going well. Give me a call when you get a chance.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Friday makes sense.
No, but happy Wednesday. She'd hit me on a Wednesday.
That's diluting the happy day.
Sunday, Monday, happy day.
It's the Fonz,
Tuesday,
man.
Wednesday, happy days.
So anyway, I was talking to some people about this girl, because like I said, I'm just not really digging her, and I got a weird vibe about her, and I just couldn't put my finger on it. But I know both of you guys have got to listen to this shit in the last week. But I talked to somebody yesterday, or two people yesterday, that know her, and they said, "Oh man, stay as far away as you can."
That is not a good opener.
No.
Man is not a good opener.
And the one guy even said,
man.
the one guy was like, if you guys hang out again, you might want to bring your shotgun. And I was like, that goddamn bad? Well, I guess he told me later that, okay, let's just say these people are connected with a local organization for the blind out here. And
with shotguns.
Well, no, here's what happened. Because I guess this girl wanted to be a part of this event that they were doing. And when things didn't go her way, she basically left a bunch of threatening voicemails to come and shoot up the event.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Let me just wrap my head around this. So is she totally blind?
She's totally blind, but she does have guns. She talked to me about her guns.
Okay, that's interesting. But
I have guns. You know that.
No, I know that. But my point is she's gonna go and shoot.
Right, she's gonna walk in with a fucking
walk in and just where she's gonna do some fucking like Blind Fury, fucking Rutger Hauer, fucking Daredevil.
Oh, dude, she's gonna be on Paratransit with her shotgun.
Wait.
She's gonna be like doing the clicking noise to find people.
Yeah.
I hope if she does it, she just walks in and blasts.
Does she have a machine gun to like spray around? Like, I mean, like she's got a machine gun.
I don't know. Well, she was just, when we were out last time, she was telling me that she had a bunch of guns and she was telling me which ones she had. And I'm like,
I did not know this.
oh, that part. Yeah, I did not bring that part up to you. That's right.
No, you did not.
and I own guns, so I mean, it wasn't that strange. So does our mutual friend that we both know.
Well,
he owns
I'm
guns too.
I'm fine with that, but I mean, you
There's
didn't
nothing
tell
wrong
me
with knowing
guns were in play.
Oh. Yeah. No, she definitely was. Well, we were just talking guns is what we were doing. And I was like, oh, you own guns? She was like, yeah. And then we were kind of talking about what we have and that type of thing. But yeah, no, he
blinks with guns.
He basically
Does she know where you live?
No.
Okay. Good.
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay.
She does know what bar I frequent, but she doesn't know.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
She doesn't know where I've never brought her to my house. Though.
Okay. All right. Good.
And but yeah, no, they both basically said, she might want to stay away from her. She's pretty screwed up. She's got issues. She's pretty much burned every bridge with everybody, every blind organization out here. And I'm like, okay, thank you guys. I thought there was something, but I wasn't sure. So yeah, when I would talk to both of you about this particular person, I said, oh, I'm not really feeling them. I'm not really digging it. I'm just, and they seem like they want more with me. And you guys kind of both said, well, then leave it alone. So but
now
yeah,
next time you go out with her, just be wary. Because she'll go, you want to go out? You go, well, oh, you're all right. Actually, what she'll do, she'll figure out your weakness and go, I need some help with my computer. And go,
actually, she's supposedly an assistive technology trainer.
Well, good for her. She
holds her. They all do that.
She holds her. They do all do that.
They all do it. Well, it's kind of true.
Sorry, everyone, but they all do.
Well, it's kind of true. Yeah, I'm an assistive technology teacher, or whatever.
She holds him at gunpoint. Well, get your fucking shit together. All 12. All F12. I don't know what to do. Shut up. Do you feel like cold steel against the back of your head? What is that? That's my little friend.
I learned so much from her. She's
a great counselor. She's the best assistant I ever.
Say the best. Say the best you ever had.
Say you best you ever had.
Well, that's the other funny thing. She wanted me to. She's doing an internship, and she's going to do this internship, and she has to do it at the VA because she wants to work for the VA. And she asked me to speak to somebody I knew over there. And I'm thinking, well, if you know who the person is, why don't you just go make the introduction? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can see, I guess, putting in a good word for somebody, but
no.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like,
just don't do it. Avoid.
All she's doing is she's fishing. Is basically what she's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
She's going, hey, you know what? I need some help putting some drawers up on my wall.
Right. Some off the wall shit.
I need some help with. I heard you know how to cook. I'm not very good at it.
I just can't.
She seems fairly self-sufficient. That's the thing. That's why I was kind of like,
to cook some sausage for me.
I'll cook you some sausage, baby. Yeah.
That's what she's wanting.
Now here's a question for you. This is going to be a maturity question because I'm going to kind of move. How many years ago would it have been when you would have just said, fuck yeah?
Oh, dude. I would have said 6 years ago, dude.
Wow. 6 years ago.
Well, let's see. Okay, now it's 2022. So I would have said like back in 2016, maybe?
You'd have been like, at least it's
pussy.
It's something for me to.
It's stink box. I should
stink box.
I should want it. Do you ever play these shows for people, Koala?
No.
Yes.
You don't. You do? Oh,
I think
now I'm embarrassed.
What kind of feedback do you get?
They actually expect nothing less from me.
It's not the question she asked.
Right.
Of course you would.
But do they like it? Do they go? Oh,
they do. They do.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm selective about who I play it for.
Oh, I would hope so. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I want them to like it. I want them
Some people are a little off put. My nephew likes it.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about after this one, after Cup of Joe. I don't know if
Yeah, we may have a
it's
turnaround.
gonna work.
Could be.
It's interesting though. 6 years ago, you would have been like, this just shows like the evolution, you know. It's
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
like the same thing.
because I would have been back in the day probably like, well, she's digging me. I should, at least
Like
try to fuck her.
not understanding the consequences.
You've done that voice.
Oh, yeah, I probably would have.
His head. No, that's the voice it is. It's
Well, it's pussy.
It's like that stupid, like,
You got to understand that that male mindset voice.
Okay.
You know, she told me she dresses up as a rabbit and eats rabbit pellets and then shits them out. But she's got a fucking twat,
So fuck it, man. Maybe she's got some of the rabbit pellets still lodged up her twat,
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
It'll be like that. What was that game? Hungry Hippos.
This is the Steel Reserve, Max. Hungry Hippos.
You guys remember Hungry Hippos?
Oh yeah, where it snaps up the marbles.
Where you shoot the thing in its mouth? Yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted to play Hungry Hippo with me, except she wanted me to shoot my load up and then snap it up out of the air. Like she said, "You watch me. I'm blind. And I can do this better than a sighted chick." I'm like,
Actually,
wow.
You know what's funny?
I didn't have to clean up anything.
Started.
Not a drop went anywhere, except I didn't put it in her mouth once.
I didn't even start drinking the Steel, by the way, yet. I'm still drinking on the Bud Light. So if
See,
I'm coming up with shit like this already,
you didn't even. You went Bud Light instead of.
Yeah, you start off slow, then you build up.
No. Why didn't? What
I think
happened?
this is incredible, though. The idea that we can rename Hungry Hippo. Like, do you want to play Hungry Hippo?
It's called Hungry Sicko.
It's a totally different game.
Yeah.
Sweetheart. You want to play Hungry Hippo?
Want to play Hungry Hippo?
Hungry Hippos.
Jeez, we all know this song.
Oh shit! I hope we don't get flagged for singing that. Like, hey, that was an old '80s commercial, and that's
they're everywhere, dude. 80s tuners are everywhere on this. That nostalgia is everywhere. People want that reassurance.
Yeah, that there was a time when things were normal.
Or do you remember a game? You remember Party? Pizza Party.
Yeah.
There was a game,
I don't remember that game.
Pizza Party. I don't know.
Pizza Party? I don't remember that game.
You do?
No, I don't.
Oh, it was.
I remember
I never played it, but it was a commercial. It was like 1986 or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I just remember Operation. Like, don't touch the sides.
Fruity Mamba. Lots of fruit, marshmallow taste. Whatever the hell it was, dude.
I still remember 2 scoops of plump, juicy raisins of Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
Well, tater skins got baked potato appeal. Those are made with potato skins
that are real. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Who's got the fever for the flavor of a Pringle?
I bet you bite a chip. What was that? The Chips Ahoy one?
I don't remember.
Or Oreo. Well,
it's good with an Oreo
cookie. Yep. Oreo.
Sticking up the little middle like you did when he was little.
Yep, that's the one.
Taking it.
Oreo.
Oreo.
Damn.
Oh.
White and black, you're an Oreo cookie. You're called an Uncle Tom. Yeah, you're just a rookie. Oh, sorry. Never mind. Never.
Yes.
Damn.
Black Lives Matter.
Oh.
Oreos matter.
Oreos matter.
Oreos matter. Oreo lives matter.
Well, they do. They do.
I know.
Oh,
I know they do.
We're gonna get flagged.
I mean, come on.
Oh my god, we're gonna lose the 3 people that watch this.
I know. Won't that be some shit? We'll just offend the fuck out of them.
Chips Ahoy matter. I mean,
Oh.
I think Chips Ahoy is appropriating pirates. I don't like it.
Chips Ahoy.
Okay. The soft or the crunchy?
The soft, man, it depends on which one do you like.
Well,
I like the soft is better microwaved.
I like the soft.
Microwave.
You microwave the Oreos?
No, microwave
Chips
soft
Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Put
shit.
them in for like 10 seconds a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good. They're nice and soft.
Nice and soft. They're just soft on your
Soft. Oh Jesus. Hey, I got some paratransit stories too, guys.
Oh, really? You do?
I do,
Let's
guys.
have the
That's
paratransit.
a surprise. I'm
Oh, yeah.
surprised that you have.
I can't believe he has them.
I don't know. I think that's his lot. He wouldn't have a show if he didn't.
I mean, this is true. This is true.
Because I don't come up with shit. I'm just like, what are you talking about this week? Well, one day I was late one time. It was 5 minutes. Yeah,
listen to this shit
every week. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Listen to this shit. So we basically I get picked up, and the driver gave us the itinerary. She said, "Okay, we got to drop off someone, then we're going to pick someone up, and then I'm taking you home." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So we drop this other lady off. We go pick up the other person, which, by the way, they're about 4 or 5 blocks from my house. They're at like Maryland and Flamingo. I'm at Eastern and Flamingo, And it's like 4:57. We're pulling in the parking lot, and the driver's going, "Oh, by the way, their pickup's not till 5:30." And I'm like, "Okay, well, in that amount of time, why don't you just take me home and then come back for this person? That way you still be." "Oh, no, I can't do that. Dispatch won't let me do that." I'm like, "Well, why don't you call them and ask them? I've had drivers do that before." "Oh, no, they won't let me do it." She was like, "But you can call them." I'm like, "I can't call your dispatch." And she's like, "Well, no, you can call the people that set the rides up for you." And I'm like, they're not going to do anything. So anyway, I called my buddy who's a supervisor over there, Scott. But I guess he was saying, he's like, "Yeah, I can't really get in there. She's going to have to call her dispatch to do that. She could do that." And I'm like, "Okay," but she didn't want to. She was just fucking lazy. But,
she wanted to sit around for half an hour and probably read her.
She wanted to smoke a fucking cigarette is what she wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly. She was like, "I can't do that," because she wanted to sit around and dick off because she could do that without getting in trouble. And if no reason, she had no repercussions. That's exactly why she didn't want to call.
Yep, exactly. Because I had another driver about a week later, which kind of a similar scenario. And she was like, "You know what? Let me call dispatch and see if I can move it around where I can take you first, and then I come back for this person."
She understands that you have a life. But this one's like, you're a cargo to this person.
Yeah.
You're like a damn UPS package. Like,
yeah,
"Oh, well, I don't have
blind. You ain't got no life.
I don't have to get you there." It's not even that. It's just it's like, "I don't have to get you there until 5:30.
I am curious why Scott couldn't though. Like why couldn't he do it?
You know what? I don't think
probably tired of him calling him. Like, God damn it, he's on a phone.
He's like I don't know if it's his position.
It's just the third time today you called.
He's the supervisor.
Max. Oh, hi, Max. How you doing?
Well, I don't think. You know what? Maybe he's not. He's just my go-to guy when I have issues. He's like the customer service.
Like I said, you call him about 2 or 3 times a week. maybe several times a day.
I don't do that. No,
right, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I don't abuse that. I don't actually abuse that shit.
Come on, man. Don't lie to yourself, man. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's really okay. We're here for you.
We're here for you, dude. We understand your addiction. It's
we
real.
empathize. We empathize.
Oh, empathy, man. Empathy's good.
Yes.
We empathize. Are you a Karen and don't know it?
Maybe I am in certain ways, certain shit. Then we had another.
I was 12 minutes late yesterday. I had to take a crap really bad, and I almost shit on the bus. I need some fucking compensation. Oh,
actually,
yes, absolutely, Mr. Silver.
Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should shit on the bus one time. See what happens.
No, please don't.
No, but literally, you're cargo to that person. So that person's like finding a way because it's perfect. It's the perfect fucking thing for her. She can just sit on her ass because what happened if she took you there is that what they would do is they wouldn't reward her for it. They would give her another ride to fill the space where you were, so she would have no break at all. So it's basically there's no incentive for her to even do that. And why should she give a fuck? I mean, it's a fucking probably early in the day she tried to wipe some fucking kid's asshole shit all over the place. Well,
like you know what? I should in the future
a bus full of funk, the whole day. She's like, "God, this is my life."
Well, yeah, cleaning buttholes and dirty wheelchairs.
I get to drive around Forrest Gump all day. Jesus.
Yeah, so that was I should have called Lyft. I should have just been like, "Oh, fuck it, I'm taking Lyft. I'm getting out of here." But then there was another one where the Tard centers don't open up till like 7:30 in the morning. So I got picked up and we had to go take somebody out to Henderson to one of the Tard centers. Well, I guess, and the driver got the guy was in a wheelchair. So the driver gets the guy off the bus, but he's what's called a DNLU, do not leave unattended. And the lady comes out. She's like, oh, we don't open up till 7:30. So now we're sitting, it's like 7, just now getting on to 7. So now we're on Tard babysitting, so that's what we're doing.
You're sitting in the bus.
Yeah, we have to sit and babysit the Tard.
It sounds like a pinball machine underwater.
Yeah. The Tards on the bus have real bad seizures. The Tards on the bus have real bad seizures because they forgot their meds.
They forgot their meds. Tards in the bus go.
I can't believe you just.
They lick on the windows.
The driver on the bus goes, "What's that smell? What's that smell? What's that smell?"
Oh, dude, we could do a whole new version of that. But so yeah, we're sitting there forever, just waiting on this fucking Tard shop to open, which now it holds everybody up, Like one retard can hold the whole bus up. Like,
run retard.
It's like Jesse James of retards, you know what I'm saying? Like, how Jesse James used to hold up trains, this is a retard that holds up a paratransit bus. Like, okay, it's a high crack pick. You're going to have to wait till they open the door.
Sorry. Just cracking up right now. One retard holding a bus out.
Yeah, he's the Jesse James of retards, I'm telling you. Oh, I was playing Nobody Go Hang with 2 legs on my door.
From 20th Century Fox. Tard.
Oh God.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Die Tard? Die Tard?
Yippee-ki-yay, sped fucker.
Well, actually, no, Bruce Willis would be the Tard. He'd be the yippee-ki-yay, come a bit. Oh, no, actually, no, you're right, because the hijacker is the Tard.
Yeah, the hijacker. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to get the Tard in there.
Yeah, the Tard would be that. You ain't going no place.
They would overdo it too. They would totally overdo it.
Couldn't there be a super Tard that like saves the day? I mean, we got to kind of be politically correct here, guys. So we got to we can't make the Tard.
You have to have a new story for that though, because your story right now is that your Tard is not saving the day.
True. This Tard holds the bus up. But I'm just wondering if there's like a super Tard.
Oh, we can totally do that. We can definitely, definitely do that. Tom Hanks will do it.
Tom Hanks can play
Yeah, he plays.
So it's like Forrest Gump comes back. He's like, okay, listen,
Forrest Gump was too tame.
Morgan Freeman's gonna narrate. It's gonna be fine. It'll be a great movie.
Oh, dude.
It's
Morgan
gonna be.
Freeman on narration.
It's gonna be. You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be a Wesley Snipes or not a Wesley Snipes presentation. It's gonna be a Spike Lee. What do they call it? Spike Lee. What do they call it? Spike Lee. Not a film. A Spike Lee.
Review.
No. They call it a certain thing when he had a movie that came out. A Spike Lee flick or something like that. But it's gonna be.
Yeah. It'll be a Spike Lee. We'll get Samuel Jackson.
A Spike Lee joint. Samuel L. Jackson has down.
Yeah, he's gonna be like the.
He's gonna be retard. It's gonna be called Down with the Syndrome.
Well, wait, why don't we bring Dustin Hoffman back, and he'll play Rain Man, and he saves the day. He's like, okay, of course, I'm an excellent driver. I'm gonna get the bus out of here.
We might have him come back, but we'll have to envision that.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna be a joint Spike joint called Autistic.
Autistic.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on tonight, kids. I wonder why. It's because I'm not.
Because you're not drinking. That's why.
That's probably why.
Oh man, no, that's gonna be good. That is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Autistic.
That's what it is. Oh man. Then I had a driver getting mad at her trainee. That was funny. Because they pull up, it's the guy's getting trained, so he's driving, and I get on, and this driver recognizes me because she's picking me up.
Getting trained. Getting training.
Getting trained.
Whoa.
So, yeah, getting trained. Now, this is a guy
getting trained on the bus. That's an interesting.
Well, like I said, it could be a bunch of tards training a driver. You know, all right, who goes next? I'm gonna pound that ass.
That is so wrong.
Train.
So,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay,
Oh,
so anyway,
forget it.
someone's trained.
Someone got trained.
it just went to hell. Oh God.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. I very much am sorry. This is very serious. So they're getting trained. So there's training going on the bus.
Because what they do is they have the trainees that they're driving the bus, and the driver sits in the back, like in
behind
the seat
them
and just helps the guy,
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So
what happened, man? So
they pull up, and I get on it, and she recognizes me because she's picked me up a bunch of times, and she's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "I guess you're training someone, huh?" She's like, "I'm trying," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" So we go to pick up this guy, and he's like, "All right, I'll get off the bus. I'll go see if he's ready," and blah blah blah. So he gets off the bus, and when he does, I say to her, I'm like, "So, I said, you're getting annoyed with your trainee?" She's like, "Oh my God, he's one of the stupidest people I've ever trained." And she's like, "He just doesn't learn anything. He doesn't listen." She's like, "I've had him for a week now, and I keep telling him things, and he won't listen." And I'm like, "Damn," she was getting pretty fired up. So then he gets back on the bus, and he's like, "Oh, okay, well, I guess this person's a no-show." So she's like, "Okay, so put it in the computer." So he puts it in the computer, whatever. He's like, "Okay, so our next stop is Patrick." And she goes, "That's the guy that no-showed." She was like, "No." And so she's like, then she goes, "You know what? If you do it again, I'm calling the road supervisor and they'll come get you." And he's like, "Why are you threatening me with the road supervisor?" And she's like, "Because you don't listen to me. I keep telling you stuff and you won't listen." And so
and then next week he's sitting on the bus next to you.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, the training thing didn't necessarily work out.
But I got a job full of napkins at this fucking restaurant.
They figured I'd be better off, putting tape on boxes or
They
something.
reassigned me.
No, he's gonna be driving the bus. He is gonna be driving.
Actually, you know what? You're right.
You get on the bus and they drop him off at the Paratransit Center so he can drive his own bus.
Like, all right, he takes Paratransit. He takes Paratransit to the Paratransit yard. Oh yeah, what are you doing here, man? Why are you coming to the yard?
I'm
driving the bus, man. I'm just coming to pick up my bus. That's it.
I'm going to pick up my bus. On the bus.
No, he's gonna be driving you.
You know what? As scary as it sounds, I think you're right. I think that fucker will.
Oh, I know,
she told me.
No, they're not going to get them. They need anybody they can get their hands on, dude. Nobody wants to drive around stinky fucking retards all day. It's just.
Well, she told me.
I'm sorry, Matt. Nothing against you guys or whoever uses that kind of stuff, but dude, you guys are not the ones. This is the reason why she didn't want to take you to that fucking place at 5:30 because she's so numbed and thinks you're all the same. Because half the people that get on that place, I've been there, dude.
Oh yeah,
I've been on that bus, man. In the middle
of I've been congratulated, and I'm sure this happens to you too, Koala, where people, the drivers are like, "Oh, well, you must be able to see," or and you're like, "No."
Oh yeah, well, thank God my boss bought me a driver. I'm a elitist bitch now.
You're like,
hell
fuck
yeah.
that bit. I ain't getting on that shit anymore.
Be like,
I got chauffeur, baby.
You gonna drive me around this motherfucker? All right, here's the first steal, guys.
Why don't you carry my bags, baby?
Why the driver?
Actually, drivers carry bags all the time. They're just colostomies.
Yeah. But you're right, though. The majority of what gets on those buses,
it's terrible.
Yeah, definitely. So what happens is they tend to, like I think I've told you guys, I've had drivers yell at me for walking too fast or, slow down. And you're just like, fuck you, man. I know what I'm doing. Or when I get the funniest one is when I get to my house and they're like, "You need help?" And I'm like, "No, man, I'm good." And they're like, "You sure?" You know, like
Well,
you have this.
they have to do that. I mean, if they're getting militant, like sometimes, but if they're going, "Are you sure?" Then that's just them covering their asses.
Okay, but
man.
if I tell you yes, I'm fine, then why do you need to get some? You know, are you sure? Well, yeah,
because they are their job is there, and you have to think about their job. Dude. You know, like I mean, I'm not trying to be like. I know it's annoying, but they're covering their ass, dude. They just have to do that because if they didn't say you're sure, and then all of a sudden you walk out and fucking something happens, and they're like, "Well, I didn't you do anything he told me?" You know.
Well, he said he was fine. Yeah.
And that's the problem. That's why they should fucking have different levels of functioning, cognitive functioning ability for different types of ride. It's like level 1, 2, 3, where the fucking level ones, the ones who fucking shit all over, have fucking poop pinatas all over the fucking place, like a fiesta, fecal fiestas and shit everywhere, like there should be like a fucking code red in their own buses, like alone.
Right.
Like a fucking like a wheelchair strap in the middle of a fucking bus so the spray can go everywhere and knock it on the people have to go to work.
Like a single, it's a single
can't reach
ride.
over and grab somebody and start clutching on them and ripping on their fucking skin or biting them or whatever the fuck there is.
There are people like that.
I know, and they should be on their own separate shit. They should not be with you. You should have they should have a capable, a functional bus line that takes people to work who have jobs and who need to get there on a certain time every day,
or even medical appointments. As long as the person's just maybe a senior or something.
And if they did that, it would probably take a little bit more money. But they don't have.
Jimmy, those trinkets and
the person who runs Paratransit is making 6 figures a year.
Of course.
They're making fucking 6 figures. But they wouldn't be making as much. But you should, with that system, you should have a scheduled ride every day, same time, same driver, with a group of people that go to the same fucking place.
Here's the problem with that, man. With my job, because sometimes I have to flex out.
That's not what but the point is that there should be a set bus that, like, you're not there that one day. Fine. There's one empty seat. How many times are there empty seats in the bus when you're arriving?
Oh,
all the time. So what's the difference between them having a set ride for you, like a carpool, and 5 other people who go to the same place, like the same places, who go to the same jobs at the same time every day? And if you're not there that one day, then you're on the wrong. Then you're on a different bus that goes, that takes people everywhere, like whenever they go. Like they'll have a fucking bus that goes, but still
for Grandma Greta to go to the
but still with functional people, old people who can't get places but still are functional, can go play poker. Not fucking
right.
You should never be sitting on the bus after a hard way of work here and
the guy's slamming his head against the window.
Yeah, or fucking, you smell of fucking rotten fucking vomit poop in the whole fucking bus. It's 110 degrees out. You shouldn't be dealing with that because it's a different set of, but they're lumping you all together. And guess what that makes everyone else think about you?
Because you're a retard.
Because if you had the same driver every day and the same who picked you up on a same loop every morning.
Actually, you know what though, man? In a way,
you like it the other way.
No, dude, you know what? No,
I wouldn't have a show if you didn't.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have fodder for the show if we did. God damn it. No, but here's the thing.
And I couldn't complain.
I used to think that way. I used to think that, well, they're lumping us all together and they all think we're that way. But in a way, when they see you and then they see Supertard, then they're kind of like, okay, they learn. Some people make the distinction.
No, you're thinking the better of people.
Yeah, no, dude, look at that.
Stop it,
though.
Just stop it.
When we go off the air, I'll give you a scenario. I don't want to say anything.
But that driver, the trainee, would he?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Would the trainee that was going, couldn't do anything? Would he think he did? No, he wouldn't. He would.
Well, he's stupid. He just.
But he's a driver but he's the guy who's going to go. No, I need
that kind of crap.
He's the guy who's going to say, I know I have to take you to the door. I have to take you to the door. And you're going, I don't want you to take you to the door, but I have to take you to the door.
It's encouraging that kind of crap.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That fostering that thinking and putting everybody in the same box encourages that kind of crap.
Yeah.
So you
that's
have
true.
a wonderful driver who's training him, who knows you. She's got a brain, but you have to make allowances for the fact that a lot of people now don't.
That's true. And they just see a guy with a cane and he's a tard.
Yeah, that's because they don't have. Well, that's the way of the world, anyways. Because people are identity based, anyway. So you're just one of them. And then they're busy on their phone, and plus, people are, dude. Jobs are shit, man. These jobs are, it's like Like, I mean, these like people, they don't get paid that much, and the
Oh,
thing
they
is,
get paid. Yeah.
yeah, and that their
Holy
people are
shit.
desperate for jobs, and then they're working all day with people with all, like I said, all these speds. So when they go, can you just take me to my place at 5? She's like, man, I just need a fucking break. They probably have minimal breaks, or because they're so late, they probably get penalized if they're late and they can't take their breaks or something like that, or
Oh yeah. Yeah.
or not can't take their
But
breaks.
you know what? That's not my
pressured,
fucking problem, man. I'm the passenger. So,
Yeah.
so cry me a fifth ocean that you don't have a fucking break.
I'm not saying that it's right. I'm saying that she should have probably gotten on the horn and done that.
Yeah.
But like I said, you're a priority to her, and you're nothing, dude. You're just a fucking baggage, dude. You're a piece of baggage, dude.
Yeah, get that luggage from one terminal to the
And
next.
unfortunately, that's just the way it is when you have to deal with that service.
Yeah,
it's just the fucking way it is, because that's what I'm talking about. If they had a service where they did actually, it's like the same thing with the fact of getting the paratransit. They have the goddamn paratransit assessment where you have to go and you wipe your ass or to walk without killing yourself. And
can you take, can you cross streets?
Thing is, they tell you they tell you to kind of like, well, kind of, because frankly, I was told that they could have denied me because I'm
really?
Because I'm so I know that sounds crazy, but they said, just we'll kind of put it here that you can't do this, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Here's the other crazy thing. Now they have an RTC mobility center where it's set up like a street with a sidewalk and the beeping crosswalk, but there's no cars. When we were going, well, at least when I was getting assessed, I remember actually having to cross Burnham and Sahara or some crazy shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, they literally said, the best option is to kind of, they didn't say it, but they almost implied the best option is to kind of act a little bit,
act a little tarded,
less
like
functional than you are, because I don't. Technically, I didn't need paratransit, although I think I did need it. Didn't need it. I could take the bus. I could take the bus, but I was like, you know what? And actually, remember for years,
I think where you were going though, there was no bus, right? Or some strange shit.
That was actually later on where I actually had to get a ride to my job later.
That's why I suggested paratransit, because they kept, I'm like, dude, you don't want to depend on some fuckbag to drive you to work, some coworker, because that shit.
No, but that was different. Like when I worked at Legacy, we used to work in the same building. I could have easily gotten there every day without having an issue.
That was central. You could have taken a bus there.
Yeah, but there's a couple. I mean, it was definitely useful. I'm not saying but the point is that they lowest common denominators. It's just the way it is with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess with Koala, with your paratransit, it's kind of the same shit, huh? Did you guys ever have, where you're?
Oh, I don't even do it anymore because they don't pick up and drop off where I need to go. So. Yeah.
Oh,
so
are you off the bus line? Are you off the thing?
Yep.
Oh,
that's the thing. So my boss bought me a driver. So
no shit.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
So I'm like a elitist bitch.
That's funny. So you're off the service area. You're
totally.
Even the way you're saying it is like, my boss got me a driver.
I have a driver.
No, I love it.
And the great thing is there's a little bottle of champagne in the back, so I can have a mimosa in the morning.
So what is this person? So this person just picks you up, drops you off, and then they're done for the day? What,
Yep. And takes me home if I need. Yep.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Look at
blind
you.
privilege,
Look at her.
Man. What the fuck?
Jesus. Is your nose touching your ceiling at the moment? Or?
Yeah, exactly. Get the stucco burns.
Jeez, it should be. Everybody loves me.
Have a driver. Don't you have a driver?
Oh, I thought every blind person had a driver.
Everyone had a driver.
Hey, I worked my ass off for the company, okay? Don't you do that.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
You do for half the price when you don't have an appointment.
That's a very unusual situation.
I'm just don't see. Look at now. I touched it. Oh shit.
Touch the nerve. Touch the nerve.
The koala's all pissed. Better run. I'll have to throw a cup of Joe at her.
Cup of Joe. Joe Biden's empty him, huh?
You need a cup of Joe.
Cup of Joe.
Cup of
You
Joe.
will get a cup of Joe. That's it.
Get a cup of Joe dumped on your
We call it a
Your
mug
hole.
shot.
mug shot.
Real tasty. It's kind of thick, but it's okay.
Oh yeah, it's like
Imagine it's hot chocolate on a winter day. It's all good. Buddy.
That is
Yeah.
so disgusting.
it's like they call it espresso.
They call it
Shoots out of
coffee,
his
but it's
asshole.
not. That's more retching. It's not more red. It's more retchy than coffee.
Oh God.
Well, all the cocky's been getting from Black Lives Matter. Maybe it's called black. It's
Black lives
black coffee.
Cock lives matter.
Yeah. How do you like a cup of Joe? I like it black.
I like my coffee.
Like
Of
my
course you
cup-
do. Of course you do.
I like my cup of Joe black.
I like my coffee like I like the people that I'm pandering to. Black. Because if you don't vote for me, you're not black.
And they will definitely, yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
You know-
man.
Well, wait, we were going to talk about something. Actually, no,
Yeah,
no,
we were gonna talk about
it was about the Crest Fest when you were getting a little annoyed with everybody for wanting you to go watch the show in front of the stage.
oh, okay, yeah, because Koala had a situation too. So these guys wanted to go actually stand in front of the stage and watch the goddamn bands, and I'm like, man, I can hear them just fine. I'm over here by the truck. I got everything I need: my food, my beer, water, anything. So, but these guys were wanting to, and I was like, man, there's a lot of dick lurping going on. And I remember I talked to you about this too, Koala, and you had a similar situation where you're like, man, I want to sit outside and just chill. I can still hear the band,
Yeah, I tend to find a place a little bit more outside.
Yeah.
And
So you
not
can hear
quite
yourself
up
talk.
front. Yeah, so I can hear myself talk, so I can sit down. It depends. It depends on the show. Sometimes, if there's a show where I'm really jazzed up, I'll get right out where the band is. But no, I prefer to sit back a little bit.
Yeah, that's how I was
Well,
feeling too.
And you were getting it. No, the reason why, and here's my first of all, for me, it was like I like to be in front of the stage, not to see him. We were kind of far away, but I liked the sound of the speakers coming at me, like we're in front of it, because we were in front of the stage. So I like the clarity of hearing them in front of the stage. Although you thought there was no difference, you didn't really notice much of a
No,
difference.
I could still hear just fine, and I was good.
But also, it definitely is a sidey thing, because there's also something about having, because when all three of us are up there and you're not there, they look over and see me and don't see you there, so it's not like you're not a part of the experience with all four of us.
See, and I don't give a fuck about any of that shit.
But that's
I'm
the
just
thing.
like,
That's what I'm saying. It's a psychological thing. It's interesting though, because
Mhm.
it's something that you guys don't think about, and you're like, but it's actually something that's very logical to think about. It's like if someone's in the room with you and they're not speaking at all. It's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
Fuck, why is this person even here? So it's
Right.
like you're not even there with them. We're upstairs sitting there like jamming, rocking back and forth, looking at each other, going, yeah. And it's like you're not there. It's like you're not experiencing that with us. Even if you're just sitting there listening to us, they can look over and
but
see
who
you, like,
cares
yeah.
what my experience is? I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's like,
Well, anybody
shouldn't care.
Your friends.
eh,
What? So you just. What do you mean? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
who
it's not
gives
even
a
that.
shit? I mean,
But
I'm still experiencing the same thing.
No, you're not. You're not experiencing the same thing.
Why not?
Because you don't understand the concept. Because you can't. All right. If you're in the same room with somebody, like, okay, let's put it this way. What if we never came back the whole night? What if at like 6 o'clock, like, where the hell did they go? Well, we're experiencing the same thing. We're in the same fucking place, but we're
Well,
not even there. Like,
I mean-
what if we came back and didn't say a word?
I don't know. I mean, for me, I was cool. I had everything I needed right there.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying there's a wrong or right. My point is that the perspective is that they like, okay, you sight is something where you can't avoid it. It's like the sound is.
But
kinda
I'm not a
same-
sighted
same.
person, man. You can't.
I understand that. I'm trying
You
to
know.
explain it to you and everybody out. The difference between the perspectives is that if you're sitting with somebody and you can see them enjoying the music, it's like you can see them enjoying the music. Like you can tell that they're a part of the whole thing. Like, is that? I don't know if maybe Koala. Do you understand kind of what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm interested to hear her.
I actually do get it. Yeah, because you want someone to be there with you, enjoying the same thing you're enjoying.
Yeah, and it's like
And
if someone. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So no, it's for you, you're translating it into a visual thing, but I think it's more of a you want him to be there having the same experience you're having.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know. It really should just be about, hey, if I'm having fun, who gives a shit? It's kind of like when somebody starts describing things to you, like the clouds and all. You don't give a fuck about that.
How can anybody, how can they tell if you're having fun when they can't, when they don't know, when you're not there, when you're not in the same place?
Yeah.
And it's not even like they need you to come there all the time. It's like, just come hang out for a song or two. And it's just because, like you said, if they can see you just enjoying yourself, it's like I said, it's like the quiet person in the room.
I'm sure if I wasn't having fun, I would say something. You know,
how would you be able to say something when they're across the fucking? They're literally 100 yards away.
Well, but I guess if I'm saying, hey man, I'm good. I'm chilling right here. This is cool. I like it here. Then don't worry about that stuff unless after the fact. Then I can say, hey man, that shit sucked, or that shit was cool, or whatever.
I guess it's a double-edged sword, because I guarantee you, if you weren't enjoying it and we had just left you there, you would be like, well, why did you just leave me there? And then but you can't know if you're not there. It's like
but yeah, I mean, hey dude, I could have texted you and said, hey dude, this shit sucks, or, I'm not feeling this, or whatever. I mean, if it was really bad, I'm sure I could, but obviously my reaction was, oh, well, okay, well, hey, I'm good.
I mean, it wasn't like they were forced you there, but we just wanted you to enjoy hanging out in the same vicinity.
But that's okay. This is the shit. Sighted people love to push. You guys love to put your shoes on us, man.
No, I think you're doing the exact opposite. I think you're refusing to see where I'm coming, where the sighted people are coming from.
But that's like handing me a okay.
I think
if you hand me a piece of paper,
as much as blind people.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. Let's hear.
Okay. Let's have Jeff go first.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not angry or anything. I'm actually excited.
No. We're just. No, I'm not angry either.
So
Brett, calm down.
Beat each other's ass, dude.
Yo, when next time I see you, motherfuckers, on.
That's right.
It's a good. I'm like, hey, It's like laying down, like, motherfucker, kicking me on the ground. You hear now? I'm gonna join this. Feel that? So I guess I guess where it's I think that's the problem, is that you're seeing it as something that's like these damn sighted people, when you should be going, oh, this is a different perspective. Maybe I should just realize that they're not doing it because they're trying to bug me or they think I'm stupid. They're doing it because they have a completely different perspective than I do.
Well, but you should do the same and say, well, hey, it's a different perspective. Okay, he sees it differently than we do.
But we did. After a while, we were like, okay, he wants to chill there. That's fine. But at the beginning, we were like, come on, let's go down. We were just,
yeah.
I
didn't want to go out, stand on a grassy ass hill with like in direct sunlight, with where I couldn't speak to anybody. That's I had more fun hanging over by the truck, man. Drinking. I had my beer, I had my food. Again, I had access to everything I needed right there. And so, that to me is having a good time, is having access to everything you need. It kind of reminds me of the time when you remember how the dorms were set up when I was in the dorms? There'd be that little partition right between me and my roommate.
Oh yeah, where between the bathroom too, right? Oh no, between the partition. Yeah, the partition.
It was like like an L-shaped partition thing, and so my roommate would be on the other side. He had a TV, and so we'd watch movies, and I'd lay over on the other side of the on my bed and listen to the movie, and he'd be like, "Hey man, why don't you come over here?" I'm like, "Why? I'm watching the movie. I'm chilling." So he just couldn't conceptualize that I was getting anything out of the movie being on that side of the room. But I'm like, dude, I'm over here. I'm relaxed. I'm comfortable. I'm watching the movie perfectly fine. I'm not getting the sighty Mick experience. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And I get it. I understand where you're coming from, but I understand exactly. But the difference is like when you're watching a movie, let's say you're watching a comedy, right? People like to watch people laugh. They like to see people's reactions, their facial expressions, and watch.
Okay, that's Chinese to me, dude.
Exactly, and that's exactly my point. Is that it's Chinese to you? It's Chinese to both. It's like that's another. I'm not even actually saying it's not about who's being right or wrong. It's just an interesting perspective that the reason they were doing that wasn't because they were trying to bug you. or anything, or get on your nerves, or just leave me alone. It was because their conception of camaraderie and of emotional bonding requires more to be able to see people. It's just that simple. Like when let's say you're dancing in front of the stage. Let's say when Shane came out and you weren't in front of the stage, and he goes, "Where's Brett? He's not even gonna." He's I'm back here. I'm enjoying the music from the chair. See what I'm saying? Like that would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? Like if you weren't even there in front, because you understand the concept of being watching him play.
Well, for him, because we're supporting him, and obviously he kind of wanted that a little bit, so I get that, but
yeah, because he wanted to see everyone that was there to watch him play, so we could see your reaction, see you dancing, see you moving back and forth, see you raising your hands in the air, and that's something, like I said, it's an interest. That's why I wanted to bring it up. Yeah, because it's just another schism between sided people.
Right. Well, I guess the thing is, nobody's right or wrong, but I know sometimes some people, no, my perspective's right, yours is wrong, that kind of thing. Where and you're like, nah, bro, I just I think about it different. We're watching two different TVs. That's all. That's all the fuck it is. You got maybe a different resolution on yours.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there are things that you have to understand that are presentation.
Yep.
Oriented, and maybe I have a different take on it because I did do performing, but you do have to present yourself a certain way.
If you're presenting, if you're on stage, but if you're
if you're an audience, there are certain things that people expect to see, and it's difficult conversation to have, but I don't think you're wrong at all.
No, that's not the point. That's not the point. It's not about wrong.
But you have to understand how that's off-putting, because if someone is presenting to you in an entertaining, if they're entertaining, they want to see certain things, and they don't really give a shit whether your eyes can see or not.
True,
so
but I guess
they want to see if you're reacting, and your face will show it. Your eyes don't have to show it.
Yeah, exactly.
Your eyes don't have to show it at all.
I mean, I guess
your face will show it.
See, for me, I'm just like, hey, I'm still getting the same vibe out of it, and and as a matter of fact, the group we that I really dug, after they got done, Cruise Control and I walked over. And we said, hey, we do a podcast and we'd like to get you on. And I handed the guy a card.
And that's perfect. And your face shows a lot more than you think.
Exactly.
So when you don't interact, it's not something that you might notice, but they will notice.
Yeah. Like if you did, let's say you didn't go down and stand in front of the stage when Shane was playing. That would have been he would have felt probably a little bit like, oh, what the fuck, man?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he sitting back there? And you would be like, why is he thinking that way? I'm enjoying myself just the same way back here. And he's like, but I can't tell you're enjoying it. I can't tell you if you're enjoying it. I have no idea.
Right.
But if he sees you out there doing the dancing and with the chicken mask on and everything like that, he's going, oh my God, they're fucking. And then later on, he sees the pictures of us standing in front of the stage. And he's in the picture
that's
too.
different though. He's our friend, man. So I mean, it's obviously we went there to support our buddy, but these other guys, I don't know them from shit, so I don't really care what they think. They could go home and say I'm a dick.
It's kind of the same thing. Like when you're sitting there next to all of us, it's like the same reassurance. Like it's really hard to explain, and it's interesting. We can go round and round in circles about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously because we obviously have different perspectives on it, so. Yeah.
It's a sided thing, and it's something that like I said, it's very interesting. Another one of those ways where it takes a little bit of reaching across and I understand it both ways. Like if you don't want to be bugged about it, like if people keep asking you,
right? Come on, man, let's go fucking. And you're just like, dude, I'm chilling. Why are you fucking up because in a way I see it as if you're almost fucking up my good time. You know what I mean? Like now you're going, come on, bro, let's go. And I'm like, dude, I'm perfectly good over here where the food and the other shit is. And I can still listen, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's a sided thing. I think it's just basically how you're translating what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
I think it's kind of both. I mean, I understand where you're coming from too. Like you want, but yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about. Just another.
Just one of those many strange.
Yeah, one of those many strange things. Any other thoughts about that? Because I think we're pretty much.
I don't have anything. Do you, Koala?
No, I'm done.
She's like, I'm gonna go. What
I'm
are you guys
gonna go to work
do?
tomorrow.
Oh, yummy.
Oh,
That sounds
I might. You know
Yes.
what? Well, I still got another beer yet. I may not. I don't know. I may go to the Runner later. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Man.
See how I'm feeling. So
those steals, man. They used to get you, but I bet they don't get you as much as they used to.
I don't know. I'm only
No.
I'm on my first steel right now, and it's like a little more than half full.
Yeah, and you're like, well, but you've already had the Bud Light, so
Just one Bud Light. I mean, that's not gonna do. That won't do shit to me.
No, that'll just
no. Bud Light
warm you up.
is
It's like a baby bottle.
Yeah, exactly. Formula. So anyway,
that was a good one, man. Now, by the way, of course, I want everyone to know out there, we're not angry. There's no anger. It's a good conversation.
No.
Actually.
No.
It's an interesting thing because it actually is something that people more.
Well, listen,
on both sides.
Anybody who listens to the three people that listen to the show.
This is the show. Know how that we talk about this all the time.
Yeah, well, and obviously Cruise Control and I, we do occasionally we clash, mentally or whatever, but it's nothing. There's no animosity, nothing. Matter of fact, I've had people tell me, I like when you and Cruise Control get into it.
See, we're gonna have 4 people watch this time.
Yeah. See how it goes?
Well, I would not be in a conversation where I felt like people were full, of animosity. It just doesn't work.
No,
So-
not
That
at all.
never happens with us.
No.
That's never-
Well,
never-
or though, if there was something that was really, if there was one time we got a little bit fired up, and then next
and then
thing
what
you know,
happened?
being the bitches that we were, we call each other. We're like, "Hey, dude, I hope you're not mad, bro."
No, it's called
Love
maturity,
it.
bro. It's called
Love
maturity.
it.
Yep, exactly.
Love
It's called,
it.
hey, we're not going to let stupid fucking argument get in the way of.
Oh yeah,
of bullshit.
totally. And we both were feeling the same. It was pretty funny.
Oh my
My lord. Ah!
Papa
Joe.
Papa
Joe, my lord. Drinking
No.
Joe Biden's
No.
diaper.
Don't do it.
This has been the Nothing Sacred, Drunken Sacred. I'm Cruise Control.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
My lord.
Koala, my lord.
All right, let's wrap it up. Here we go. And that's
the
story
there.
Bitches. Peace out.
We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred.
With Maxwell Silverhammer.
We are nothing sacred. With Cruise Control. We are nothing sacred.